My name is Kevin Pereira, and I'm a host, a producer. I run a production company called Super Creative, and I host a podcast called Pointless, which you can get on iTunes or Stitcher. I tripped and fell into television, actually. I was a computer nerd, still am, but at the age of 9, I ran a bulletin board. When I was 12, I launched an internet service provider, so we were like dial-up modems. You don't know what that is, that's okay. When modems made screeching noises to connect to things. It was in an olden day, but I ran an internet provider and I had gobs of bandwidth, so I launched a web show that was me at the age of 13, 14 years old, bitching about computer games and hacking and technology. And then years later, someone was a fan of that show. They started a network called G4 and asked me if I wanted to be a host or a production assistant at that time. You could probably find something of me, 19 years old, in head-to-toe acid wash jeans with a white trash mustache, the Amber Alert that won't connect in the middle. It was really bad. No one told me. No one told me. I had 2 ear piercings, frosted tips. Yeah, that was a real catch. I absolutely consider myself a gamer. I've been gaming since I was about 8 or 9 years old. Bulletin board gaming, turn-based, text adventure games from Wolfenstein on. I have played it all and really enjoyed it all. I'm a stick of a human being, like a small breeze would shatter my bones. So I have to be strong in a virtual world. So that's why I love gaming. I remember playing electronic Battleship with my brother, or I guess like more aptly, I remember never actually getting around to a game of electronic Battleship with my brother. Because with electronic Battleship, you had to place your pieces on the grid and then use 2 sliders that were sliding square buttons connected to numbers, and you'd punch in the locations and the type of each of your ship. And so after about 25 minutes of waiting for my brother, who's a caveman at best, to figure out how to plug in something, I would start to place my ships, then he'd peek over, then the batteries on the thing would die, and that was it. And I remember shouting matches at Fireball Island. I remember getting in fist fights over that game. And the amulet was complete BS, would get you out of anything. And I also played a lot of Girl Talk. So I was at G4 for a handful of years, and I started as a production assistant and climbed my way up. I was a writer, I was an editor, I did everything, and then had a chance to end up on air, and it was amazing. A few years later, G4 acquired a network called Tech TV. Everybody hated us for doing that, and then hated me for stepping in front of the camera, but lo and behold, I was the host and executive producer of Attack of the Show. If people want to follow me, please do on Twitter. I'm K Pereira, good luck spelling it. They can look out for me. I host Let's Ask America, which is a game show on television. Gaming is better than masturbation. Hey, internet viewer person, I don't know what you're doing, I don't know what you're wearing, but if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, chances are you like it unless you're a masochist. So click somewhere around me, usually beneath, who knows these days, paradigms shift, HTML changes. It says subscribe, click it and stop breathing through your mouth. Thanks.